Stairrods manufacture a wide selection of quality floor finishing profiles in both brass and aluminium base materials. They're all designed to perform to the highest standards, producing a high-end finish to any installation. The brass is available in all 10 colours and the aluminium in 4. Most of the products are available in 0.9, 1.8 and 2.7 metre lengths. In this video we're going to be focused on how to finish off or transition between floating and non-floating floors, whether you need to incorporate a compulsory expansion gap in doorways, etc. And we're also dealing with how to overcome different heights utilising both the brass and the aluminium ranges. Whatever the problem, Stairrods will have a solution that works and gives you the confidence that the bar will perform for years to come and give a high-end finish to any installation. Nowadays you can even install the flooring into the trim, giving it a 100% match with the actual floor you fitted, so no need for the aftermarket trims that we used to use that were close-ish to the flooring itself. A point to remember is in all our videos we're focusing on the trims themselves. If you do need to incorporate expansion gaps, always consult manufacturer or go to industry standards to give the recommended sizes. All our products either have or will have their own more in-depth installation videos. For more information on this, just visit the Stairrods website or follow us on one of our many social media platforms. If you're working with floors that aren't going to expand and contract, such as LVTs or ceramic tiles, then Stairrods do provide 3 different options for this. The first option is the Euro cover. The Euro cover is 30mm wide solid brass, available in all 10 colours. You've got a foam adhesive tape on the underside, which has got a high grab to it, and it will stick to any non-contaminated degreased surface. The bar is a really good looking bar, and you get no visible fixings, so it gives a nice aesthetic pleasing finish to any installation. The second is the Premier cover. Premier cover is a retrofit bar. It's an old school cover plate really. Again, it's a solid brass material, but you've got your visible fixings. Screws are provided with the bars, and the screws do colour match with the bar itself. The last one is the Premier Posh. Now the Premier Posh, it's a solid brass product, but it's actually got a recess, so you do need to cut out a channel for it to sit flush, but the recess allows the screws to sit slightly below the surface. Again, it's a mechanical fixing for this, so a retrofit, but the inlay just sits over and covers over your screw holes. One key point with this is when you put the inlay back in, try not to bend the product. If I do ease it down like that, it will cause that to bend and you won't get it flat again, so just cut it and place it back into position. Installing LVTs onto an underlay system is becoming even more popular nowadays, but with all floating floors you must be leaving expansion gaps around every fixed object, and especially in doorways as well. Stairrods do have solutions for these gaps, and one of the solutions is the floating cover. Now the floating cover is a solid brass cover plate which has got an applied adhesive tape to the back, but what you do is you stick it just to one side of the floor covering, the one with least resistance, so as it does expand and contract, it's not going to restrict the flooring in any way. An alternative to the floating cover is the Tramline Transition. The Tramline Transition is part of the New Alley range, and it gives you a tramline feature with all the profiles. It's got a 3mm recess in this one, but it does come in a 1mm and a 5mm. The recess has got a high grab PMR tape in it, so it's resistant against plasticizers, and it comes with a pre-applied tape on the back as well. These bars are a brilliant product because you can actually install the flooring into the trim itself, giving it a perfect match. So that's 100% colour matched, but it's what I've done. I've just run the floor in a different way to give it a bit more of an aesthetic feature. You can run it the same way, which blends the bar right into the floor covering itself. The bars are available in 4 colours and they come in 1.8 metre lengths, allowing you to get 2 doorways out of 1 bar. It's also available in the 1mm recess. This is designed for your rigid tile with a peelable surface. Again, you can install the flooring into the trim, giving it 100% colour match between the floor covering and the profile. So there's no need for aftermarket trims anymore, which only slightly colour match at the best of times. Make sure you leave the appropriate expansion gap required. Place the bar on. Again, it's got the pre-attached tape. Whenever you're adhering with the tape, always make sure that the surface is contamination free and free from any debris. Once the tape's installed, it allows the floor to expand and contract, but always make sure you stick the bar on the side of least resistance. If you're installing the floor and you need to finish up with just a raw edge on there, you can actually go with the floating vinyl cover. Now, the floating vinyl cover is available in a 1mm drop and a 2mm drop. It's an aesthetically pleasing bar, made from solid brass and available in all 10 finishes. It does come with the pre-attached double-sided tape on the back. Whenever you're sticking a product, make sure it's contaminant free and degreased on the surface. Now, this will allow a floor to expand and contract as long as there's no fixed object in front of the bar itself. If you're looking for a more discreet finish on the edge of the LVTs, you can go with the Lbt square cap or the Lbt bevel cap. You need to prepare the floor so it comes in level with the base plate. I've just mocked up a height underneath this just to show you the transition. We've got a 7mm visible surface. This will allow an expansion of up to 5mm. However, it is designed for dry back LVTs. If I just put that into position, you can see there it's giving it a real nice finish along the edge. It does create a bit of a step down this edge, so if that was a worry, you could actually go with the Lbt bevel cap. Same product as this one, we've just got a chamfered edge down this side. Mechanically fix with the screw holes, or you can fully adhere it using an appropriate adhesive. Always consult manufacturer regarding best primers and adhesive for sticking the products down. If you're installing a floor where you've got a considerable height difference, Stairrods actually do the two-way ramp system. It comes in both solid brass and in the alley range. These profiles, again, in the brass, is available in all 10 colours, but they accommodate 8 different heights. The smallest one will do 2 to 3mm, then we've got a 4 to 5, a 6 to 7 and an 8 to 9. Just by spinning the bar around, I've got a 3mm drop this side and I've got a 2mm drop that side. If I just demonstrate that with this floor's 8.5mm. If I put the 7 to 8 on there, you'll see it's not quite coming down far enough. However, spinning the bar around allows that to drop fully down to the subfloor itself. So the same profiles are available in the aluminium range, but the aluminium range allows you to install the floor into the trim itself. So the brass gives it a very luxurious high-end finish, but if you want to disguise the floor or disguise the bar itself, you can go with the aluminium one and install the floor with a perfect match to the floor covering itself. Giving it a proper drop down just there. Both sets of bars come with pre-attached tape on the rear, and the aluminium range comes with the pre-attached high grab double-sided tape through the inlay.